I recently had a really greasy meal that I didn't enjoy one bit, and I said to myself, I wish I could eat like less fatty food. A lot of people say that it's healthy to eat things with less fat, but unfortunately the uncomfortable truth is that very often, very often, less fat means less flavor, because that's where flavor is, or that's where most of the flavor is. The idea is that you take 2 chicken breasts and a pot of yogurt and you can make 2 delicious meals. Right, let's go over the ingredients. Right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to grill chicken breast for both meals, and I'm going to use the yogurt, and basically that's it. Okay, first let's make the spice mix. Right, so for the spice mix, for the first dish we are going to use some salt and pepper, obviously. I'm gonna use white pepper because it's going into yogurt just for aesthetic purposes, so it blends in color. I'm gonna use some garlic granules, some smoked paprika, oregano, and I'm going to use onion powder. The last one is optional, but I have some, so I'm gonna use it. It just makes things tasty. Great explanation. Okay, so in we go with oregano. Yeah, with things like oregano, it's hard to overdo it, really. Yeah, so if you ask me how much of each, I don't know. So this is smoked paprika. Yeah, a little bit less than a teaspoon, I guess. Garlic granules, obviously not as much as that, unless you're a garlic maniac or you have a vampire infestation. And garlic granules going everywhere. Okay, some white pepper, and garlic and onion powder. You only need a little bit. I've just opened a new packet and I can smell it everywhere, so I think this will actually this will actually do. Okay. Let's put some salt in there. I'm using quite a bit of salt because this is sea salt, so it's not the most salty. Okay. So yeah, what I'm going to do is drop this into yogurt and drop my chicken in there. In with our mix of spices. Here is our Greek yogurt. One, two, three. Let's do 4 tablespoonfuls. Okay, mix. Making sure all the spices are mixed through. Nicely coated. And this is going in the fridge for about 2 hours. You can marinate it for more. I would say up to 24 hours. Because we want yogurt to start penetrating the meat and tenderizing it and cooking it for us. Right. Okay, in the fridge. Yeah, the idea is to put it on the skewers so that when I come to turn it over, it doesn't slide because it's going to be hot. Okay. It doesn't matter how many skewers you're going to use, it's just so that it's convenient for you to handle it. So you can pick it up, turn it over, done. Okay, let's make tzatziki. So, half a cucumber. I'll cut it like so, and I'll take the seeds out. Right, scrape it with a spoon like this. This is not the same spoon that I used for raw chicken. Not at all. Just like that, scrape it out. There we go. Just so it's not so watery. If you were making this for guests, I guess you could also peel the skin, but I actually like the skin, so yeah. Sometimes it can be a bit too thick and it can add bitterness, but right now I don't care. So I'm gonna slice it, and the idea is I'm gonna cut it into cubes. Just like so. Okay, this will do. And you can see there's no water there. That's a good thing. So now I'm just gonna peel these leaves and cut them. And the way to cut these, it's kind of important. Well, I would say this is very important. I put them together like so. Not too many. Just like so. And we roll them. Right? Don't know if you can see, hopefully you can see that we are rolling them into this kind of tube. Yeah. And now we can slice them thinly. Just once. This is very important that we slice them just once. We are never going across like that, like everywhere. Some people think that the more you chop them, the better. That is not the case. Or you know those herb choppers that go like that everywhere. They're absolutely horrible, because what happens is if you cut herbs more than once across, you bruise them, and what that means is all the juices that you meant to use in your dish, they will bleed out and they will be left on the chopping board instead of ending up in your dish. So we just cut them like that, just once. Okay, in they go. Okay, very important, a generous amount of salt. A little bit of lemon juice. If you're fancy, you can also add just a splash. If you're fancy, you can also add dill, or if you like an acidic taste, dill goes really nicely with this. Okay, and our Greek yogurt. I'm gonna put quite a bit. It's a very simple recipe, but this is all there is to it. And I have tested this on my Greek friend. He says it's okay. So there we go. So this is going in the fridge for a bit. Maybe for half an hour at least. More is better, but obviously more within reason. If I make it today, I don't think it's a good idea for it to wait till tomorrow. Yeah, one thing, just looking at this, it looks a little bit watery because I made the mistake of buying low-fat yogurt. I know we are going low-fat for these two dishes, but at least yogurt should be full-fat for this. I just wanted to talk for a minute about the combination of sour and salty and sweet flavors. So what is going on? So the idea is that yogurt is sour, Greek yogurt is sour. I'm not a massive fan of sour taste, but one flavor is boring. That's it's not just my philosophy. A lot of people believe that. For example, in Far Eastern cooking, in Chinese, for example, they try to have at least 3 different flavors at all times. So you can have sour, you can have sweet, you can have spicy, and it's the combination of these flavors that that make a dish great. So if we are using yogurt, which is sour, I want to counteract that sourness with salt. And you know, like if you like tequila slammers, for example, you know that you have tequila and you have lime and you have salt, because lime counteracts the tequila and the sourness is counteracted by salt, right? So we do not exactly neutralize the flavors. They're not neutralized. For example, if you have something sweet and you and you add salt to it, it's not like it's gonna cancel out the sweetness. These flavors, they benefit, they work together. All right, so this is what we are doing here. So we have sour Greek yogurt and we have salt, and for sweetness I'm going to use some honey. One more important point that we need to talk about is what's actually happening while we are marinating the chicken. It is natural to assume that it's so that the flavor permeates the meat. Yeah, that's one thing. But another very important point is that while you're marinating your meat, it's actually already cooking to a point. It's being made tender by the acid in our marinade. So the acid in our case is in the yogurt, and it's making the chicken softer. So that's why it's important that we keep meat in the marinade for some time. Okay, 2 hours is good, a bit more is even better. Up to 24 hours max, I would say. I wouldn't leave it any longer than that. I've turned the chicken under the grill a few times, and this is what it looks like. Yeah, so this is what I wanted. Let's serve. Right, the chicken is ready. So normally you'd put it in a pizza bread with some tzatziki and some salad. I don't have any pizza bread. I just have these tortillas. So yeah, so I'll put some salad in there. Just a little bit of salad, a few of these. And some tzatziki. Just like so. Just like so. Okay, just like so. You know, normally I don't like when I watch someone on TV eat and they take a bite and they go because, you know, what's that supposed to be? Yeah, I understand that it's tasty, but yeah, I have to say this is this is very nice indeed. So we've got a little bit of sourness, we've got the salt and tzatziki, we've got the honey, the sweetness, and all these flavors, they blend together, and it's a very nice, it's a very nice dish. Excuse me, I'm just gonna eat this now. Interesting how something as simple as this can actually make me happy. Okay, the chicken that I marinated in yogurt is out of the grill, and this is what it looks like. Okay, I think it looks lovely. and I'm about to try some. Okay, so here we are. I am actually going to eat it with some wraps and with some salad. I'm just tasting for now. Okay, so I turned up the heat a little bit because my grill wasn't kicking out enough heat. So I turned it up to full, and instead of 25 minutes I made it 20, just 10 minutes on each side. This is juicy. Obviously, like you can definitely tell that the yogurt has done its job in marinating the chicken, and it's very, very good. And one thing I have to say, I would like to correct myself. I said that onion powder was optional. Do you know what? Scrap that. It's not optional. Use that. It's added like totally another dimension to the flavor. It's very, very good. Wow.